52-51, here we go. Hunters Lane inbounding now. They got to have a quick shot. 4 seconds remain. And Brentwood trying to hang on with a 1-point lead. So here it is. This will be Daniel inbounding for Hunters Lane. And the count is on. Now here's Billy Hughes. Hughes a long three-pointer. No good.
It's over.
Whistle blows with 1 second. And a pushing foul is going to be called underneath on Hunters Lane, I believe, Isaac Harris. And Brentwood might be able to start celebrating. They'll be going to the free throw line now with 1 second on the clock.
It's 1-1, but it's still not over. Even if they make a free throw.
Is that? Got it. 54-51 now. 1 second on the clock. Here's Kennard from the end zone. Long pass down court. Will Jones has it. The game is over. Brentwood is the Region 6-3A champion for the first time since 1995, and they'll be at home on Monday night for the sectional. 54-51 as the Brentwood faithful celebrate, and why not? The players on the court, as both teams now shake hands. What an outstanding basketball game, Stormy Mitchell. 54-51. The Bruins will have a home game on Monday night.
Time to time during the rest of the basketball season, we're going to focus on some of the outstanding high school players in this area. Tonight, Rudy Kalis begins with a left-handed shooting whiz from Brentwood High School.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
You know, I've always been a little partial to shooters. A lot of players like to put it up, probably most of them, but the real shooters, the pure ones, are natural, smooth as silk, time and again, the same motion. Well, Scott Corley fits that bill. The 6'1 senior who's just turned 17 has started for 3 years. His sophomore season, he averaged 17 points per game. His junior, 24 points per game. This year, despite being keyed on by every team he's faced, he's averaged 26 points per game. He's a natural.
I call him a neurological rarity. He's just one of those kids that has the neurological system that is able to, do the same thing every time, the proper release, make the judgment with the eye and the rim, and he's natural.
This is the first year that the Bruins have played at the AAA level. They're 13-5 under third-year head coach Dennis King. Scott obviously gets most of the attention, but he gets plenty of support. It's still a team game. But Scott, with his long arms, despite his size, leads the team in rebounding and assists. Some people can't keep track. During the course of the game, they know how many points they've got. Do you?
No, I don't know until the end when the scorekeeper comes in, until my parents tell me how much I got.
Really?
Yeah.
Or would you just tell me that?
No, that's the truth. I don't keep up with it.
Having just turned 17, Scott is hoping to grow and fill out more as he matures. And he's hoping that what he's done in high school will be good enough to earn him a shot at college ball, and it ought to. This is Rudy Kalis, Channel 4 Sports.
He was on the
I played football and
I still remember that first practice though with Coach, and I got to give Greg Farrett credit for this. He reminded me of this, but and we showed up, and there was about 40 of us, and next thing you know, he says, "Get out on the track." And we're like, "What the heck is going on? Let's get out on the track." So he makes us run the mile or whatever in a certain amount of time, and we come back to the gym. He brings a trash can out and he says, "If you guys are going to get sick."
I come up for the practice and you do this trash can thing. When you throw up here, not on my court.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he said?
Somewhere.
And I was like, this is going to be funny because there was Spivey out there, and Nesbitt was out there, and Davidson was out there, and you were out there, and I wasn't. I mean, I was watching, and I was horrified.
I want to know about Hardy Beatty, man. Hardy Beatty seems to be the seminal.
Well, he was one of the more athletic guys I ever played against in high school, and college maybe. I mean, 6 foot, long arms, and could flat out jump. And the best story with him, and I hate to dog Nesbitt out on video.
Why?
Well, we call Nesbitt.
We do not.
Nesbitt the whale, but he got dunked on so hard by Hardy Beatty. And Coach King replayed it 10 times in the video.
What the most disrespect.
I mean, it was just,
he did the best.
Rewind. Hey, let's watch this one again. And it was just Hardy's just right, his junk's right here on Nesbitt.
What do you think he's thinking about?
Yeah. It was.
Hey, John,
we can't have a discussion about your senior year without talking about the chalkboard.
Well, that's what I got to bring it up.
You got to bring it up. That's still the greatest moment.
we had this green chalkboard that tilted, remember?
It tilted.
Wooden.
It tilted.
And you tried to kick it.
Oh,
And you kicked it out, and your leg got hung.
Got stuck.
He did this little move with the chalk, and he hit it, and he didn't do something. He tried to kick it, and his foot went underneath the chalk thing, and the chalkboard flipped, and he got caught straddling it, and he's trying to get his foot out. And we're all like going, "Oh my God!" So everyone's moving like this, just crying. It keeps like, "Tank, come here, Tank, grab this thing." "Oh, Tank! No, Tank in the FBI! Lift my foot up!" "I'm not Tank, is it?" Jerry, Tank. And he's like, and you finally get out, and you flip around, and you got chalk on your jacket, and then he goes, "Nobody remember laughing at this one."
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. I remember like it was yesterday, man.
There was a time when I was so broken-hearted. Love wasn't much of a friend of mine. The tables have turned, cause me and them ways have parted. That kind of love was the killing kind. So listen, all I want is someone I can't resist. I know all I need to know by the way that I got kissed. I was crying when I met you. Now I'm trying to forget you. Love is sweet misery. I was crying just to get you.
Bruins just slipped by Franklin, 67-65 in overtime tonight. Coach King, can you explain what happened at the end?
We're down 10 points. I don't know exactly what point, and it looked hopeless. But we had some boys on that floor tonight that refused to lose. And Stephen Klein hit some big shots, and Reed Thompson came in and hit some big shots, and it was just an exhibition of guts and heart. And I've been associated with high school basketball as a head coach for 19 years. This is one of the most unbelievable and satisfying wins in my career.
At the end of the game.
Before we get to that, I want to mention Jerome Gibbs too. Because with Jerome, with 2 seconds left, stepping up to the line as a sophomore in the biggest game of his life, with a crowd. We haven't had a crowd this electric in 4 years, and he just stepped to the line and knocked 2 foul shots in, and it was heaven sent. And I just got to give credit to him. To anybody that can step up under that kind of pressure and make those hoops.
He comes in and we're winning. What do you mean, you guys? I'm Brentwood. Exciting or meaningful or the biggest wins that we've had. From your era, what would be a candidate?
And then the Clarksville game.
Oh, the Clarksville game. We've kind of agreed the Clarksville game has got to be number one.
I've been waiting for this interview because I want to hear about this game.
4 out of the starting 5 were taller than I was.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I was our big guy.
Right, but you got the jump on.
Yeah.
You got the opening jump.
Watching that.
But you know, we also controlled the tempo.
Yes.
And they had so much talent, and the talent can't do anything if they don't have the ball.
Well, you had like 3 trips down the court in a row where you dropped.
Yeah, because Chris, my mom's ex-boyfriend, said he will never forget me smacking Marion on the rear end.
Oh, did you really run up
It's
the
on
court?
videotape.
I got it. It's and we also opened up the second half. We had the ball, and we ran Bison up.
Yep.
And I think it was Mormon that threw it to you. In the book, I say it was Kevin because it's his chapter.
His chapter.
Yeah, we opened it up, and it was.
And you caught it in the air and scored, and I think we were up 9 at half, and then the blowout was on. We were up 25 at one point.
Yeah.
We were up 25.
We had the one, guy on the team each year, like Toomey, that would just run his mouth. That's one thing I remember most about him is him running that mouth.
You know what? That is your legacy. I mean, it's not just Brentwood here, man.
Isn't that crazy?
All the young guys, when you used to come back and play, that's all they remember.
I know, it's sad. It's sad. I have no ability. I just.
Hey, that's a talent. I think that game where we beat Gallatin up at Beach with the 6-step dunk.
There's no lie, it's 6.
Well, the dribbling thing didn't work too well. That was more just a power dribble.
Jump stopped at the end, too. That referee didn't know what to call it.
Yeah, he's like, what the hell was that?
It's got to be something.
And then...
Give me a little more vibe with the track, please. She's into superstitions, black cats and voodoo dolls. I feel a premonition, that girl's gonna make me fall. She's into in New York City. In a funky cheap hotel. She took my heart and she took my money. She must have slipped me a sleeping pill. She never drinks the water, makes you order French champagne. Once you've had a taste of her, you'll never be the same. It should make you go insane. Upside, inside out. She's living la vida loca. She'll push and pull you down. Living la vida loca. Her lips are devil red and her skin's a color mocha. She will wear you out. Living la vida loca. Living la vida loca. She's living la vida loca. She'll make you take your clothes off and go dancing in the rain. She'll make you live her crazy life, or she'll take away your pain like a bullet to your brain. Come on! Upside, inside out. She's living la vida loca.
I think there is a bonded factor and a trust factor of I know where he's supposed to be. Plus, we put in the time.
Yeah.
A lot of it was based on Coach King driving a hard, running practice and us knowing exactly where we needed to be at each, Georgetown. It's a
Right.
play, backdoor pass. It takes, down to the second.
To be honest with you, when we're getting escorted out of Hillsboro, I wasn't worried about it. I mean, I really thought, well, we're probably going to get beat up or die or whatever, but I thought we had each other's
I
back.
wasn't worried about it.
No, I'm saying, I knew we were going to go down.
But what
I knew that my buddies, my boys on this team, we knew we had each other's back.
of the Pearl Cone sub-state game when you guys were sophomores.
Yep.
What do you remember about that game?
Jim was getting electric. Ron Slay had just come in as a sophomore, and they all just waited for him to dunk. I think he just had a big dunk, and there was a couple bad calls. There was some call they didn't like, probably a block or a charge.
Yeah.
And the ice came, I feel like, from the top of the place.
And they stopped the game for about 10 minutes trying to find the culprit, and they were pointing at different people.
That whole tournament was awesome. It was our senior year region tournament at home. I mean, we played
Glencliff beat
in the
them.
first round, who was better than us. And you try to lose the game for us, got a technical foul like in the third or fourth quarter. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like 65 to like 50. I wish you could find that game.
I think I tried to win that game with a boxing one on what's his name too.
Cedric Anderson?
No, the Kinzer.
Yeah,
Marcus
It was a triangle two on Kinzer and the other.
Class of '99 was kind of a misfit team. I was the only person that wasn't really a misfit.
You were kind of like the glue that held.
You know why he wasn't a misfit? Can you get the camera and can you get the camera right here with Matt's legs? This is why he wasn't a misfit, because his entire career, Coach King would come into the huddle and he would get down on a knee or he'd get low, and the one inner thigh he looked for was Zach Simpson's, and he'd say, "Look at me, boy." He'd say, "What are you doing, boy? What are you doing?" And he'd slap, dude. Zach would come out with a handprint of Coach King's thigh, or inside of his thigh, and that's why he never messed up. But the classic story of all is Zach is waiting one game for the slap. He's watching Coach King waiting for the slap, and the slap comes, and he moves his leg, and he smacks somebody else.
That is a fact. That is a factual story.
As many of you seniors may remember, about 3 years ago at a pep rally, Coach Joe Blair of the wrestling team and some of his wrestling henchmen ambushed me in front of the whole school. Well, today is the day of reckoning, Joe Blair. Now, I wish your team well at the state tournament, but I want to tell you something. You can run, but you can't hide.
If they were athletes, they'd be playing basketball. These are guys that can teach my basketball. I tell you what, I've got 4 guys who can slam dunk on a regular hoop, and I've got a $50 bill here that says you, a supposed athlete, cannot dunk on the little bitty board. You can't dunk on the bitty board. $50 if you dunk on it. If they're really athletes, it's
You had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment. Did you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, loud. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. He choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. The soul's escaping through this hole that is gaping. This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is boring, but superstardom's close to postmortem. It only grows harder, homie grows hotter. He blows, it's all over. These fools is all on him. Coast to coast shows, he's known as the Globetrotter. Lonely roads, God only knows he's grown farther from home. He's no father. He goes home and barely knows his own daughter. But hold your nose, cause here goes the cold water. These don't want him no more. He's cold product. They moved on to the next mo who flows. He knows dove and sold nada. So the soap opera is told, it unfolds. I suppose it's old partner, but the beat goes on. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. No more games. I'ma change what you call rage. Tear this roof off like two dogs' cage. I was playing in the beginning, the mood all changed. I've been chewed up and spit out and booed off stage, but I kept rhyming and stepped right in the next cipher. Best believe somebody's paying the Pied Piper. All the pain inside amplified by the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family. Cause man, these damn food stamps don't buy diapers, and there's no movie, there's no Mackay Pfeiffer. This is my life, and these times are so hard, and it's getting even harder trying to feed and water my seed. Plus, see this order caught up between being a father and a prima donna. Baby mama drama screaming on her. Too much for me to wanna stay in one spot. Another damn monotony's gotten me to the point I'm like a snail. I've got to formulate a plot or end up in jail or shot. Success is my only motherfucking option.
Where high-low baseline is unmistakably called. And a shooter of mediocre reputation is going to heave such a critical shot.
Yeah.
Now, his comment after the game was, "It went in, didn't it?"
That it did. No.
And
Not that bad.
I'm ticked off to this day, man. To this day, it's really an affront to my coaching discipline.
It's rewarding to know. Like,
I would have rather lost the game
basketball moment I've ever had,
and have the play run that was called.
The most glorious moment I ever had in basketball. He's disappointed.
To have some renegade player out there making decisions on his own.
I'd rather win.
We were all about winning.
And to tell you, we played Father Ryan. We played Father Ryan.
You would probably prefer not to shoot the free throw.
Junior year at Bellevue Middle School. The ceiling was no higher than this.
Yeah.
And we called a play where we called a go pattern for Davenport.
There was no play involved.
First team all State receiver.
I had a six.
All we have to do is throw it down.
Yeah, but he had.
I have a 6'11" guy standing in front of me.
He was
and
6'7", but okay.
Whatever.
You're gonna call him out for his accuracy.
He gets taller every year. Hey, Andre Starling gets shorter every year in my book.
That brings to mind the Jordan dunk.
When he dunked on Stratford at Stratford.
We gotta find
in the
that
region
tape.
tournament.
Find
And that changed the game. And I know you're all about, hey, a dunk's worth the same as a layup, but that dunk, it changed.
If you had
the
missed that
complexion.
layup, that bunny.
And I was bitching about getting fouled because I got hacked going to the basket.
He's like, well,
I was sitting there going. I was sitting there giving the official and then all of a sudden Justin's just hanging on the rim over the top of about 3 guys.
Do you remember the circumstances?
I remember watching that.
Joe driving.
Yeah.
Like I drove hard right,
electrifying.
left hand on the right side of the goal. I'm sure I probably caught hell about that too, but left hand, right side of the goal, and I'm complaining about getting fouled. And then I kind of looked back and I just see Justin like cruising through the air. They're failing.
He didn't jump to try to tip the ball in, and all of a sudden I was like.
I didn't. Was that pre or post when you were in there boxing the meatloaf?
That's another one.
You walk in the locker room and coach has that little utility room open. The door is kind of like not fully open, but half open.
On purpose.
Meatloaf's
So, yeah.
jamming. He's got a sweatband on his head. Hair's all pooped up. He's in there.
And he keeps the door open on purpose.
First of all, I have never worn a headband in my life. Okay? Never. So he's got me mixed up with like Oscar De La Hoya or someone. Man.
I think that's when the door is closed. All you can hear is the bag just happening. Yeah, maybe that's what he had imagined in his head.
Maybe it's in my head. I got like stuck there.
I think like a rock would.
That wasn't fully closed. It was just
It was open enough where he could hear where we could hear how fast his hands were going.
District championship game. What do you remember about the district championship game at Hillsborough? How did that end? Waddy's on the foul line. You get the rebound. He throws up to Tyler. Tyler swoops in, and Philip Williams ran him down. Somehow went to Walker in the corner, and Walker throws it to Danny trailing at the top of the key. And he has a shot to win it. And it just clanks and bounces out. Do you remember that at all? Do you not remember how close we came to winning the district championship? I remember.
In the morning, feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
Grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicure on our toes, trying on all our clothes. Boys blowing up our phones. Drop top and playing our favorite CDs. Pulling up to the parties, trying to get a little bit tipsy. Don't stop, make it pop, DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No.
Gilmore taking the ball up. We got numbers. There's Orr with the dunk.
Drops it in. Brentwood jumps out for 2 quick baskets.
Ain't got a care in the world, but got plenty of beer. Ain't got no money in my pocket, but I'm already here. And now the dudes are lining up, cause they hear we got swagger. But we kicked them to the curb unless they look like Mick Jagger. I'm talking about everybody getting crunk. Boys try to touch my junk. Gonna smack them if you're getting too drunk. Nah, we go till they kick us out. The police shut us down. Police shut us down. Po shut us down. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. You build me up, you break me down. My heart it pounds. Yeah, you.
He gets on to you, but
He's great, Coach King.
As soon as he goes, boom, take it hard.
He's just, but it makes you better.
Ready, go! Woo! You have any cookies left? Punch like a girl.
I feel the master. I feel them. Y'all ready? They ready? Well, come on. Well, come on. Y'all ready? They ready? We ready? We ready? Come on. We ready? We ready? Come on. Break bread for me. Break bread for me. Break bread for me. Break bread for me. We ready? We ready? Come on. We ready? Come on. We ready? Question about who the best. Mason gon' lay the track and Archie come to do the rest. Step in the way, multiple shots are going through your chest. You must have gone past the drunkest boy, you was blessed. And I'ma take him out the game, y'all. It ain't no thing, y'all. You want a buck, I rip you up like a chainsaw. The game's raw, boy, please believe it. Keep your Bible with you, cause you gon' be needing Jesus. Fiending for chart, topping hits. And Archie ain't gon' stop dropping shit. I'ma make $1 million then stand on the top of it. Rocking it till the day I die in this game. Archie with the fat boy, adding the fire to the flame. What's up? I'm country boy, you said something. If you're ready, why you stumbling to the flow? Huh? If you're ready, why you stuttering? I ain't Joe. I'ma show 'em why they call us dirty. There is no mercy for player haters, cause he ain't worthy. Heard of me then? Hell no, but boy, I bet you done heard of me now. Atlanta, Georgia, where the dirty be found. See, I done did this since my younger days. Only 16, but my pocket's never underage. So let's get paid, cause I stay ready for the keys. And you is crazy if you think that you ready for me. So who's ready now? Who's ready now? Who's ready
Quite a
How much time do we have?
on the, stopping their streak, and one of the greatest plays in Brentwood history, man, known as the pass. I want to hear a memory of that.
I don't have one. I blacked out from the time I hit half court because, first of all, I instinctively finally hit the middle, and we wound up. Taish got it.
Down the sideline.
Yeah, Taish got it, and he was double covered. I backdoor cut for some reason.
Straight down to the.
It was an out of body experience.
To the top of the key.
Right down the middle. Taish found me and hit me.
And just
for
then,
some reason, Michael Young stepped up.
Michael Young stepped up to take a charge.
Yeah.
Because your head was turned looking for the ball, and then you simply reacted and threw the ball.
You didn't even dribble.
Someone
didn't dribble.
Someone threw it behind my back. It was not. I never even went through my legs my entire basketball career.
You had never threw a behind the back pass or went between your legs in your whole career.
Never.
And in that moment, you catch it. He comes up. You throw a behind the back pass. Perfect pass to Kevin.
No, Ash.
Ash.
I
Thank God he did.
Oh, it was Ash.
More surprising was the pass getting there. Ash making it.
It was unbelievable.
It was divine intervention.
Now Beach will inbound the ball to Anson. Anson to 34. Oh, wow. Great block by Will Jones. Great block. Anson to 34. Oh, wow. Great block by Will Jones. Great block. Joey Barnes inbounds the ball. Here's Devin Robinson. 6, 5, 4 seconds. Robinson's shot's no good. And 6, 5, 4 seconds. Robinson's shot's no good. And a charge!
Tidwell. Oh, like in the easy layup. No!
call time out here. You gotta call time out here. You got for the win. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Montague. Oh, what a pick by Will Jones. Ryan Nelson comes up with the steal. Here's Robinson. Oh! And excuse me. Ryan Nelson comes up with the steal. Here's Robinson. Oh! And excuse me.
But they're obviously going to have a cutter of some kind, or try to isolate Thompson maybe to the basket.
Sparks, Kevin Whitehurst, Kevin Thompson, Toomey Brandon, and Josh Van Horn. Clock is running. Thompson drives. Quinier Sparks, 7 seconds. Oh, and he fell with 2.3 seconds to go. Kevin Thompson drives the lane, draws the foul from Tory Lane, and he will go to the line for 2 shots. 2.3 seconds to go in the ball game. Thompson to the line for 2 shots. Oh, good on his first one, and the Rebels are trailing for the first time tonight. 56-55 as the Bruins take the lead. Thompson misses his second, and they call timeout. And that's the ball game. Brentwood wins. Out of bounds off of the cable of the Brentwood wins. Look at the crowd. 56-55. What a comeback.
8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Here's Montague. It goes in! Brentwood! That's gonna be Jack Montague sinks the shot at the very end. The fans are storming the court. Oh my goodness!
Jack hit the game winner. That's got to be one of those shots you dream about. Just talk about the play.
Coach put the ball in my hands and shot a floater. Thought I was going out, but luckily I got the roll and up by 2 and 1.
And just talk about this game, just the intensity, the noise.
My life has been profoundly affected by 40 years of lessons taught to me by some extraordinary young men. Though my players were unaware of it at the time, each boy was a special mentor to me. These young men helped to shape me as a coach, teacher, father, grandfather, and friend. These eager boys who refused to be ordinary were metaphors for the highest ideals and defined for me the true meaning of a champion. I will always treasure what I learned from my boys while teaching them the simple game of basketball.
Second I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom, getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know I'm trying hard to take it back. And if by the time the bar closes, you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. We are young, so we'll set the world on fire. But we can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so we'll set the world on fire. But we can burn brighter than the sun. Now I know that I'm not all that you've got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a cup, 'cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young, so we'll set the world on fire. But we can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so we'll set the world on fire. But we can burn brighter than the sun. Carry me home tonight. Just carry me home tonight. Carry me home tonight. Just carry me home tonight. Carry me. The moon is on my side. I have no reason to run. Carry me. So someone come and carry me home tonight. The angels never arrive, but I can hear the choir. Carry me. So someone come and carry me home tonight. We are young, so we'll set the world on fire. But we can burn brighter than the sun. Tonight, we are young, so we'll set the world on fire. But we can burn brighter than the sun. And if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.